you're home early. How did today go? I'm so sorry, baby. I knew I should have gone with you. I know that, but still, work is not as important as you, and every time you go to visit your family and you come back, you always end up being so sad. I just really hate how they treat you and talk to you. I get that you're used to it, but that doesn't excuse them. That's not how a family should be, and that's definitely not how I want anyone treating you. I don't care if they're family or not. Is that why you never let me go and meet them? Because you don't want me to see how they treat you, or is it because you're afraid of how I might react? I understand. I mean, hey, no judgment, okay? I totally get it. Look how many years we've been together, and I still never bring you around my father, so come here. Because I want to hold you, and I want you to tell me all about it. If you're comfortable, that is. I understand if you would rather be alone right now. No? Well, okay, then come here. All right. So, tell me all about it, sweetheart. No, don't worry about work. I can finish everything later. I'm all ears right now. Hey, it's not gonna bother me. I can tend to that later, okay? I'm here for you right now. Tell me. Oh, okay, I see. So basically, from the minute you got there, they were kind of already on you. That sucks. Because every time you're around them, you always need to be the bigger person. You always need to walk on eggshells. You always need to make sure that everyone else is happy. And it's always at your expense. And it's never appreciated. It's just not fair to you, baby. I'm sorry. I should let you finish. It bothers me to know that people can just kind of do these things and get away with it and be able to sleep just fine at night. No guilt, no remorse, no acceptance, no accountability. I mean, I know ignorance is bliss, but come on. If there's one person that you should be gentle with and considerate of, it's your child. Sorry. I'm gonna let you finish. Go on. No, baby. No. No. Just because it's not physical doesn't make it any better. The physical is only one form. There's also mental and there's also emotional. So don't ever invalidate what you feel or what you go through. Just because it's not one thing doesn't mean it can't be plenty of others. This is very real and very serious, and it affects you in a lot of real and serious ways. Baby, I know that it can be hard to see, but it is abuse. Sometimes when it's happening, it's hard to recognize it, but from the outside looking in, I promise you it is. You're not crazy for feeling these ways. There is a saying that goes, you cannot heal in the same environment that you got hurt. And I found that when you're in a certain environment for a long enough time, or you're exposed to certain people for a long enough time, your body naturally kind of becomes conditioned to that. So you start perceiving everything as being normal and being okay, but that doesn't mean that it is. Nothing's wrong with you, baby. I mean, it's just you get wired a certain way when you have that kind of upbringing, but nothing's wrong with you for trying to make things work or trying to be understanding of things. You tolerated the trauma because you needed to survive. You were just a kid, baby, but now you're an adult, and I know you still love your parents. I know that you still try. I know that you still want some sort of healthy connection with them, but they also have to be willing to do the work if they want to be in your life. Otherwise, you're just exposing yourself to more pain, and that's what concerns me. Because you deserve to be happy and healthy and heal. And it's difficult, if not damn near impossible, to do that when you're still around them and they're still behaving in those ways towards you. Oh, no, no, no. Baby, you're not weak. Don't say that. There's nothing weak about trying to make something work that constantly shows that the odds are against you. It's not stupid either. Listen to me. You keep trying and showing up because you love them. That comes purely from your own heart. In spite of how they are, you choose to try and find or create some good in them. And that is a choice, not an obligation. You're not obligated to them no matter what people or society may try to tell you. You owe them nothing, baby. Not when they're still so toxic. There'd be no fault in completely cutting them off or not speaking to them ever again. But I understand your motives. You're just trying to build a family. A healthy family that should have already been built for you. But I get it. You just want to have one. That's not a crime, but I know that position comes with its own struggles. Exactly, yeah, you feel torn. And you feel torn because it's not a safe environment, so you don't ever really feel like you can fully be yourself and have that be alright around them. It's like it's not allowed because you're always being put down or disrespected or manipulated by people who that comes naturally to, which is a reflection of them and their own problems and not at all about you. Even if they make you feel like it is you and you're the problem, you're not. I understand growing up in that environment makes you feel anxious and insecure and a ton of other things. You question yourself all the time and feel like things are all your fault, but they're not. Just because people make us targets doesn't mean we deserve or earned it. Of course you can't relate to how emotionally immature they are, because you're self-aware and empathic. You would never do that to anyone, baby, and I know that, and you know that. But sometimes being this self-aware and empathic gets frustrating, especially when you're the child. I get that. I live it too, remember? You're not alone. You crying? It's okay, baby. Let it out. One day, we're gonna have our own family. And because of all we've had to unfortunately learn from ours, we'll be the best parents ever. The cycle is not gonna continue past us. I promise. Hey, I love you. You're the best person I know. Anyone would be lucky to see the real you. The you that I get to see because you're safe here. You thrive in safety. Most people do. Your family just creates chaos in you, and then you feel like a terrible person after for having reactions or being upset. It's okay to cry though, and it's okay to feel things. What? No, that's not wrong. I know you feel conflicted about it all, and that's alright, but you can't be so hard on yourself, baby. Look, ideally, we want to be unconditionally loved by our family and to be able to love them back and feel safe in that love. It's human nature. We just live in a world where that doesn't always happen. And unfortunately, that can create within us this sort of love-hate relationship where we love them for some things, but really resent them for the damage they've caused and sometimes continue to cause us. We can even get mad at ourselves for still having some sense of compassion for them or understanding of what they might have been through to make them this way, but understanding can't be confused with excusing or justifying, okay? But that's learned with time, though. You're not a bad person for being angry with how they speak to you or treat you, or the fact their behavior has affected you in ways you don't even fully understand yet. You're only human. Listen to me. You are resilient, but I'm also not going to give you the whole speech about how resilient you are, because that doesn't matter in this situation. You shouldn't have had to be resilient. You should have been allowed to be a child that was able to have their guard down, who was able to be vulnerable, who was able to just live the life that they wanted to live instead of constantly living in fear or walking on eggshells or being afraid of saying and doing the wrong thing and then having to pay for it all of the time. You didn't deserve that, and you still don't deserve that. It doesn't matter if you're an adult. And I know it's lonely, baby, but I'm here for you, okay? And I'm always going to be here for you. I understand how lonely it can be to be the one friend or the one person who can't really tell the nice, happy, fun stories about your family and being with them during the holidays and getting to have, I don't know, a spa day with your mom or a movie night with your dad and have it end in good terms. I know that that's lonely. And I know it's even more lonely that you've tried to tell people about it before. And those people have also invalidated what you go through and your feelings. But you have to remember, baby, that those are people who haven't had your experience, you know? It's really easy for people who are outsiders, who don't go through the same thing that you go through, to be dismissive, to tell you that you need to just accept the way that your parents are because they gave you food and they put a roof over your head and they took care of you physically. But again, remember that these are people who likely haven't gone through the same things that you have, maybe not even a fraction of it. So just keep in mind that that's their reality, okay? That's not your reality. And you know your truth, and I know your truth, and you're not crazy. You're not over-exaggerating. You're not doing any of that. You're being honest and telling the truth. And unfortunately, sometimes the truth is so ugly that people would rather pretend that it doesn't exist or that it's not there. But you know what? I'm not going to let you face that alone. I will be there with you every step of the way because I love you so, so much. So much that I'll probably never let you go back to your parents' house again. I'm being serious. Fine. Well, I mean, I guess I have no say over that, but if you do go, I'm always going to go with you. This isn't going to keep flying, and it's definitely not going to happen on my watch. Yeah, I know. I know that they tend to put on different kind of facades when people are around. That's very, very frustrating to me. Because it just makes it that much harder for people to believe you. It also just makes it that much harder for people to actually want to help you. When they don't see an issue, they don't feel like there's anything to be helped. I can promise you, though, that none of their facades are going to work on me. It doesn't matter what they say, what they do, how happy they look, how nicely they greet me. I'll see right through the masks. I always do. And I'll definitely be speaking on it if I do. Baby, really? So you don't want me to say anything either? That's gonna be hard, I don't know. If I can't say anything, I'm at least gonna grab your hand and we're leaving. Immediately. I can't make any promises. No, I really can't make any promises. If they talk to you a certain way or they start calling you names like you tell me that they do, that's not gonna fly. Oh, they probably won't? Okay. Oh, they tend to be on their best behavior when other people are around. Sounds very textbook. Sorry, babe. I know that you still love them and care about them. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just don't appreciate how they act and talk to you and how they make you feel. I couldn't let you walk in there knowing that you have the best intentions and just letting that be trampled all over. Look, we'll cross that bridge whenever we come to it, okay? whenever you decide to go back over there, if you decide to go back over there, because I'm fully supportive of you never going again, but if and when you decide to go, I'm going with you. I know it's been a long day, and I know it was a very rough one, but please know that I'm proud of you for facing the monsters. Every time you go and try to talk to them, to be nice to them, to be around them, you are facing the monsters. And that alone means that they haven't won. That alone shows how loving you are, how strong you are, how brave you are. Essentially, all of the things that you feel that you don't possess, all of the traits and the qualities that you feel are beyond you, are especially in you in those moments when you decide to go up against them. And if you ever decide that you're done with that, that you're done trying, that you're done being around them, that you're done trying to talk to them, trying to be the nice one, trying to whatever, that's fine too. You'll be just as strong, as brave, and as loving then too. I don't want to sound like a broken record. I just want you to know that whatever you decide, and however you choose to move forward, however long things take, I fully support you, okay? You can heal from this. It won't happen overnight. I know that, but it's not out of reach. Plus, you've got me. So, anything that seems out of reach is a lot less out of reach when there's two people involved. And we're a team, okay? You feeling a little better? Better enough that maybe you want to give me a kiss? Yes. I love your kisses. Now, do you want me to order you or us some pizza?